from the title, today I'm gonna be trying the Rock's leg workout, man. I've been wanting to do this for a minute. I just need y'all to pray for me. I'm gonna try, man. I'm probably gonna put it down there below on the screen. This workout consists of leg extensions, 4 sets of 25. Yeah, man, the Rock's crazy. Just
shut up, bitch! Oh my God!
Man, I want y'all to stay tapped in. Follow me through this workout. Y'all pray for me. Nothing left to be said. Let's get it.
So how do you make it? How do you overcome the odds? You gotta be the hardest workers in the room. And don't f the opportunity up. At some point, you gotta be tired of not being number one. You have to be, and you gotta play angry, and I play angry. Now, I'm cool and calm with my approach, and when I step out on my field, which is a set, or, you know, like, and you're always gonna have haters, and haters are like, well, damn, man, how many movies you gonna make, or how much you gonna do? Like, you do a lot of I say, yes, it's my ambition. Of course, why not? I could do it, yeah. I love what I do. And not only that, but in what world do we not work every day? The prep is where the character's made. The key with me is just always finding what the anchor is. And an anchor is getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning every day before anybody else and grounding my thought process is in the no one will outwork me. No one. I'll start 2 hands, putting it to work.
The gym for me and this physical activity for me is my anchor, and I always, you know, I would recommend that for all of you guys in the room is for us to find that anchor, whether it's hiking or biking or yoga or meditation or whatever it is. Because for me, the gym, just some sort of physical activity, it anchors my day, and then it allows me to go on and work for the rest of the day. It's way more than just physicality.
Yes.
It's way more than just picking up a weight. It is my balance, it's my anchor, it's my spiritual anchor, mental, because what it allows me to do, and we all need this because this treadmill of life, there's no stop button, so it's so crazy. It just allows me to block out the noise and clear my head, think about what I need to do or accomplish, or think about the things I need to accomplish without the influx of information and people trying to tug at me and pull at me.
Absolutely.
The thing that has worked for me is to remember the hard times. So before anything big that would happen, I would always take a moment and I'd just remind myself, all right, I was evicted when I was 14. We were kicked off the island. We couldn't live in Hawaii. Had no place to live. A lot of shit happened. Then when I moved to Nashville, I was arrested multiple times by the time I was 16 years old. I gotta remember that if I were playing on this team. But before I lace up, before I get on the court, before I play in these big games, before I go to the Staples Center, where history is there, those are historic walls there at the Staples Center. I would remember that, and it allows me then to be present in the moment and understand, holy shit, the stuff I have around me right now, this is...
I ain't gonna lie, you two. That was the first set of the 4x25 on leg extensions. I'm always trying to cramp out, man. You know it's serious. I have to bring in reinforcements. I had to bring in reinforcements, man. But all right, man, next we got a superset, the first superset of the workout. I'm gonna move over. We got leg extensions, 4 sets of 20. And then we also got walking lunges, 4 sets of 20 on each leg. But all right, man, I'm finna chug this and let's get it.
That I dreamed of when I was a kid. I had a piss poor senior year, 0 production, no NFL, no combine invite, nothing. Finally went to the CFL, Calgary Stampeders, making $250 a week Canadian. Now, I had to send that home to my wife at that time. Had no money. So I remember that. When I got cut from Canada, I had $7 in my pocket. And I always tell that story. So now my production company is $7, advertising agency is $7, everything is $7. So I always remember that. What helps me is to keep the hard times in the front of my mind, because it allows me to go into these big moments that I've worked my ass off, and you guys have worked your ass off. It allows me to go into these big moments with a different perspective. What it also does for me, and again, this is what works for me. I keep my back is up against this mother every day. It's against this wall, but it's up against this because it's what I believe in. And when my back is against it, then there's nowhere to go but that way. And I got to go that way. And I don't give a who is in front of me. They're not going to stop me. So how did I get here? by being the hardest worker in the room. The one thing that will never, ever, ever go away is you get your ass in that weight room and you put in the work. That's gonna happen when you're 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. That never goes away. You either say, I'm done, or this, whatever the is going on, it's temporary, and it may me up at some point down the road, but I'm not gonna let this opportunity go by without giving it my all. My dad, in his pickup truck, came down 4 o'clock in the morning, picked me up in Miami from Tampa. We lived in a little apartment in Tampa. He drove down in his little pickup truck to Miami to get me when I was cut from the CFL. I was driving up I-75. I-75 is like, especially down in Florida, Alligator Alley. I'll never forget it. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. I leave home. I'm ready to tackle the world, to get after it, achieve my dreams and goals. Crushed by 22, 23 years old. Now I got to move back in with my mom and dad. I played on great teams, though. Wait a second. This is not supposed to be my future. I'm supposed to be in the NFL right now. I'm supposed to be making a lot of coin and buying my parents shit, buying me shit, taking care of my wife, but it never happened. So I pulled out my wallet. I thought, well, let me see how much money I have. I opened it up. I had a 5, a 1, and change. I'm not around, and well, at least I rounded up to $7. But I thought, God, ain't this? I got $7 in my pocket. Where the do I go now? What do I do? If I had to be great at something, I wanted to be great in this world of Hollywood and movie making and producing and entertainment. I had to commit. You commit to something, commit to the goal. They said, what do you want to accomplish? I said, I want to accomplish the world. I want the world, and I want Will Smith's career. And I said, and I mean this respectfully because I know he's here at this agency with us. I want to do it bigger and better. And I still had these, still put in the hard work with my 2 hands. And that's it. And that's what it comes down to with you guys too. There's nothing you can't accomplish.
I had gone through my first bout of depression. I was 18 years old. After that, I think I was 23. Then after that was when I got a divorce. So it had been a learning experience through that. Therapy really helped me. Once I understood that, number one, I'm not alone when it comes to mental struggle, and that we all go through it. Because growing up, being in a house, like my dad was tough love, so sharing feelings and emotions, I didn't have that, so I held everything in, and plus I was an only child. I was the strong, silent type. Meanwhile, there was a lot of stuff happening going on in here. For me to become the man that I am today, fortunately, one, I'm not alone, but then the other side to that, it's like the A side, the B side, and maybe the most important side is to communicate and talk and get it out. It's about being vulnerable, and the power of being vulnerable, and something that we shy away from. Certainly men, I need to talk about this. I need to talk about this. I need to talk about my issues, my fears, my depression, and it be okay. And so not only am I okay with it, but at times I actually enjoy it, to be able to get it out, especially if I publicly, and talk publicly too about it, and how important that is too. You know, so that's the tricky thing, I think, as we all go through this. What I've realized in the past couple of weeks is it's good to explore these feelings. I'm feeling a little guilty, and I didn't get a chance to say the things that I wanted to say, or I wish he would have said the things to me as a father. Now as a father of 3 daughters, the important critical things that anchor us that I didn't get from him. And it's okay to explore those feelings, but it's also very important to heal, to make sure that we come back to an anchoring foundation of gratitude. Gratitude for what I was able to have with him. But I would say my work ethic from my dad always said too, that regardless of what you do in life and where you go, respect is going to be given when it's earned, and you have to go out and earn it every single day. The importance and the power of finding your identity and being true to who you are. Even in that wild world of pro wrestling, it still applies to everyone in the room, and how powerful that could be, because it was a true shift and click moment. And I never looked back, and I became, fortunately, the biggest draw that the business has ever seen. Really listen, like become a really good listener, and it took me a long time to understand that and how important that was, because when you become a good listener and you're really listening to your partner in this relationship of love and spirit, as you talk about, then inherently you become more empathetic, and when you become more empathetic, then you just understand your wife and your partner on a deeper level, on a greater level. And then there's a greater level of appreciation too as well. And when I talk about these little things and really truly being in the moment and being present, and how important that is. And so even more present, because the other stuff I feel you know, the fame and the accolades and all that stuff is awesome. But that comes and goes. This kind of connection, this and what I have with my family and my daughters and people, like that means everything. I still see every opportunity that I have as like a little crack in the wall, a little scratch. And it's almost as if like every opportunity the scratch represents every opportunity. Therefore, the success on the other side of the scratch is the light. Scratching hard, clawing, digging, it's that mentality to really take advantage of every opportunity I have.
The number one question that I'm asked everywhere I go around the world is always, how is it that I stay so motivated? What are the motivating factors in my life that keep me in this psychological space? Number one will be gratitude. I try and find a way to be grateful for every single thing I have every single day. Wins, losses, loved ones, you name it. My life wasn't always this way. It was much different many moons ago. So these days I'm grateful to the bone for everything. The other thing is hunger. You always hear people say, well, it's about being number one, about being at the top. Or how about this? You're always going to find somebody out there who's going to work harder. Well, I don't know that. That might.
All right, gang, that was a quiet version of the workout. It's crazy, man. I'm cramping up, still cramping up. It's just straight volume and straight pumping, man. But now if I move over to the hamstring part of the workout, right now I got SLDs, 4x20. Let's get it.
Bullshit, but I know no one is going to be hungrier than I am, and I try and find a way to be grateful. So I hope that helps. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. If you're watching this, you better be doing something productive today. Very intense workout, hardcore, very heavy, creating and destroying, breaking down and building up that very dense, thick muscle. We always talk about hunger and how you always want to outwork your competition regardless of how successful you may be lucky enough to be. You want to be hungry. If you know what it's like to be hungry, you'll never be full. He said it's one thing to be hungry, it's another thing when you're starving for greatness and starving for success. And I love that because it immediately clicked, it's in my DNA. I know what it's like to operate every single day, regardless of the success that I've been a lucky son of a bitch to achieve. I operate every day as if I'm starving, so keep starving.
At 4 o'clock in the morning is when no one else is up, so no one else is bothering you, and you can focus on whatever work you have to get done. Then by 4:30, 4:45, I'm doing some sort of cardio. It's still dark outside, so it's just me.
It's 4:45 a.m. It's still dark outside, and I'm getting ready to kill this AM cardio. You can't even see me, but it's going to be so good. It's bad.
I do this, and then I'll have breakfast, and then I will go do all my strength and conditioning training at a gym for about an hour, and then I'll go to set.
It's midnight, I'm on my honeymoon, and I'm in here working out. Saturday night, 1:45 a.m. I just wrapped a phenomenal workout here in the Iron Paradise. Got after it hardcore. Hardest workers in the room. We just wrapped here in the Iron Paradise. Another great workout. Iron ain't gonna kick its own ass. You gotta get after it. Let's roll. You reach that point, you know, we all reach that point where we're training and you break through to the other side. You break down barriers, you bust through ceilings, you knock down doors. That just happened for me. It's very defining. I've been slinging iron since I was 13. Our empty gym, the way we like it. It's Sunday, it is family day, it's Lord's Day, it is also leg day. So, this pain ought to be fun. Shit, happy Sunday.
And in the moments where you push yourself, when no one else is around, those moments have a tendency to lead to success.
Focus! Up for 26 hours straight. 7 hours ago I was in LA, now I'm down here in hot-ass Florida. I'm heading to the set of Ballers, but first I had to come here to the Iron Paradise, anchor myself, get the workout in. It's gonna allow me to work an additional 12 hours. Point is, I'm still tired as a motherfucker, but find your anchor. I'll see you on set. All right, Saturday afternoon, empty gym, the way we like it. It's leg day, which means it's gonna be sweaty, painful, and fun. All right, workout number 2. I'm out working all my competition. We are getting after it hard and heavy here in the Iron Paradise. And we're here in the West Coast Iron Paradise. All right, empty gym.
All right, YouTube, that's the workout, that's the challenge. Y'all can see my legs are pumped up and my legs are dead, man. This is a crazy workout by The Rock. His workout's just straight volume, man. Volume, 4x20, 4x25 if y'all saw. But hey, man, I put the sets and reps on the screen. I want y'all to try it, man. No excuses. I want y'all to try it. And I want y'all to push yourselves too. But all right, man, I ain't gonna say too much in this outro. Y'all stay swole and y'all be safe.